Hello and welcome to a new podcast that we hope will pick up and make us butt tons of money, even though we know it won't.
That's very true.
We're calling it Ravings of a Lunatic, so welcome to Ravings of a Lunatic Episode 1, Season 1.
I don't know.
So the show is basically going to be us talking about whatever we feel like talking about, but as the first episode, maybe a little intro. We're thinking geeky type stuff, whichever topic hits us, but that doesn't alleviate other topics like politics, economics, philosophy. Man, alright, geek stuff, that's it. We're just lying right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't overwhelm them too much, Dan. Might kill him.
Oh yeah, my name's Dan. This is
Tommy. Nice to meet you.
Or dipshit as we call him in our inner circles.
That's not nice.
What do you mean, pig fucker?
Hey, ass blaster, that's not nice to call people that.
Dude, it's a basketball quote. Can I call you pig fucker?
No, you can't call me pig fucker.
No, the quote is, hey pig fucker, you mind if I call you pig fucker? And you're supposed to go, no, only my friends can call me pig fucker.
But you know what, I don't like basketball.
First America. Okay, you know what? It's one of the greatest movies ever made.
You know what? It is. I like the movie in that aspect. But you know what? When we used to run the shop together, you would watch it way too many times.
I love that movie.
It's a good movie,
Yeah, I think it's
but
more
you've
brilliant than South
overkilled
Park.
it.
Okay.
You've overkilled it.
What about Serenity? I used to watch that once a week.
But you know what? Serenity's amazing. Don't ever talk shit about Serenity. Just like Dr. Horrible Sing Along
It
Blog.
was worse than Grown Ups 2. All right, that's
Serenity
sacrilege.
was...
I know.
I just dumbfounded there, man.
Well, yeah, well, you're dumb most of the time, so hey.
That's not nice.
Anyway, I guess back to the intros. We'll let Mr. Tommy here tell you a little bit about himself, and I'll be back in a minute and a half.
What a jackass. Anyway, so as Dan was saying, my name is Tommy. Pretty much lived in this small podunk town for, most of my life. Can't really say I got out of here too much.
I don't think they want to hear a full autobiography. I'm talking about our relevance to geekdom.
Well, excuse me. I've worked in your geek shop for I don't know how many freaking
And that,
years.
you see, you're like, hey, I worked in a game store for a couple of years. That pertains to your geekdom, not growing up in some hodunk little town with 3 cows.
Podunk town with nothing.
Except a really cool game shop.
Which closed down, unfortunately.
I know. The new one isn't too bad, but hey, whatever. Back to you.
I mean, I'm pretty much done. You're the one with the complex and driven story.
All right, complex and story. Yeah, well, okay. I played D&D since I was 8, so for 30 years. I'm old. Yeah, shut up. And ran a website back in like late 90s, early 2000s. It was okay. Had a game store, 3 actually. We branched out, so that was pretty high tech. Been to national champion in X-Files CCG, ranked top 10 in Star Trek CCG, played in Magic Worlds back in...
Only because he cheated in the Trek CCG, just letting you guys know.
How did I cheat?
Dude, you would personally pick on people that you knew you could beat. Like me.
It was random. You beat me a couple times.
With random people that he knew he could beat.
Alright, when your player pool is like 6 people, and you're playing 4 rounds, I'm only not going to play one person.
Yeah, so he cheated.
That's not cheating. That's called selective whatever. And
cheating, I believe, is the word you're using.
Now we're fledgling game developers, I think, right?
Pretty much, yeah. We've divulged into game development.
We just got back from Protospiel last month, and, well, I've been on a roll lately. He's a reluctant playtester.
Bullshit. I came up with thinkers.
You came up with the base concept, and I designed the board, the cards.
But that's because you have more free time than I do. I work.
And you sleep till noon every day, and by then I'm up. I've already mowed the lawn, taken out the
Okay,
trash.
so do you want me to get up at 8 a.m. every morning then?
Yeah,
I'll get up at 8 a.m.
If it's working on games, why not?
Okay, so then just tomorrow, you'll need to wake me up to make sure I'm up at 8 a.m. Because the first day is always the hardest.
Well, tomorrow I got to run errands.
Well, I'll run errands with you then. We can talk about video games. Not video games.
Talk about video games.
I do like video games.
Yeah, I haven't programmed since Basic in school. Oh, man. Basic, that was fun. It was easy. Go to line 4. Do this.
See, Dan's idea of a video game is the only game is Left 4 Dead. That's his idea of a video game.
How can you not like that game?
No, I like Left 4 Dead, but I like some diversity in my games.
like Call of Duty, everyone's the same.
No, I don't play Call of Duty.
It didn't get reinvigorated until they introduced the Nazi zombies.
I don't play. I don't like World War.
No, that actually was kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean the zombies version was kind of like the new one, Black Ops 2. The zombies is kind of interesting. They've got a couple different.
Well, I think there's our first topic: zombies.
What games have done it best? I still got to give it to Resident Evil.
Well, they're one of the originals, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
as far as the video game genre, yes. Film-wise,
Walking Dead. I think
film,
Walking Dead.
All right,
like strictly
let's
movies.
Here first. Let's go like games, film, TV.
Okay.
I think the new World War Z is pretty good for what it is, because the first thing that's really... Most other zombie movies are like, oh, here's a group of people in a mall, or in a house, or in a mortuary. This is like the world. I think the scope of it is refreshing.
What about Land of the Dead? I liked Land of the Dead.
But again, it was the tower with Dennis Hopper in charge.
Yeah, but it was more like a city. It was like one city left remaining.
It was one tower where rich people... But again, the scope. You know what I mean? Yes, the scope was bigger than previous films, but it wasn't worldwide.
Well, Resident Evil did worldwide. I mean, the movies kind of...
But again, it focused on one group, where Brad Pitt's character, yes, it's his character, but, he goes to India, then he goes to Israel, then he ends up... you see how it affects the entire world.
Yeah, I can see that.
As a concept of the whole movie, I mean, you get movies like 28 Days Later, or, that kind of hint at what happened over there, but you don't see it. It's always this group going here, going there, doing this, doing... No, come on, man. Work with me here.
But I haven't seen World War Z. I've read the book, but from what I understand, the book is completely different than the movie.
The book is much better, but... zombies in literature. I mean, come on, Zombie Survival Guide and freaking World War Z are it.
Pretty much.
I haven't really seen a zombie card game. I mean, I'm sure they're out there, but RPG-wise, All Flesh Must Be Eaten is pretty good.
I've never played that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who made it. I can Google it, but it's the same guys that I think did the Buffy RPG. No, it was a Evil Dead RPG, I think.
Yeah, but World War Z, I mean, my parents saw it, and they said, like, the first 20, 30 minutes of it is pretty much nothing but chaos.
Well, yeah, because, guys driving on the road, oh, look, zombies, ah! And so, I mean, yeah, but you got to lay your groundwork somehow. Aside from... It's not one of those artsy British movies where your character development is done through interaction with other characters. It's the emotional attachment.
So wait a minute, hold on. Was that your English accent? Or your interpretation?
It was my howdy-towdy accent.
Oh, okay, because that was pretty gay.
Pardon me, sir, would you have any grape pardon?
Alright, okay. Anyway, back to what we were talking about.
Yes, so one popular vehicle to get attached to characters in a movie, especially, movies that don't want to spend hours on, character development, will be to put those people in emotionally driven situations where circumstances make you hook up with a character rather than getting to know them like in a TV show. Because, come on, they only got a couple hours of your attention. That's
true.
Right. And if they can do it in 90 minutes as opposed to 3 hours, they'll do it in 90 minutes because it's cheaper to make.
Okay.
So.
All right, so we agree. World War Z is definitely the better movie for zombies.
I think in its scope. As far as saying it's the definitive zombie movie, no. But I think it's good because it does something different. Now, you could say it's the best at it, because I don't think any other zombie movie, as far as, an A-class film with was it $200 million to make? Is focused on that scope and shown you that scope. As in, because people argue, well, they showed it in this one and that one. Yeah, like in little news snippets with a TV in the background. That to me doesn't count. World War Z, you're out in it. Of course, the whole Israel thing is whatever. I mean, there's...
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah. I mean, there's flaws in it, but you'll see it one of these days and know what exactly I'm talking about.
Okay.
But anyway, back to other genres. TV-wise...
Gotta give it to Walking Dead. I haven't really seen a lot of zombies.
Well, there's not a lot of zombie TV shows, but the BBC's got one called In the Flesh. It's an interesting take. It's about recovering zombies.
Recovering zombies.
They found a way not to cure the zombie plague, but where people, basically the zombies get back their memories as humans.
Sounds like that weird movie Warm Bodies.
No, but this is like done medically, and they're all in like at the first episode, they're all like all in this massive like medical facility, and they get treatments, and they're in like group therapy. Like the guy's like, yeah, I remember the one time I ate the dude, man, and eventually when they're released, they're sent back to their families if they're still living. So,
oh wow, that's kind of strange.
They've only got 3 episodes available on demand right now, but it's interesting, and I just burped.
You did. That was a little disgusting.
My 100-ounce beverage here is almost gone, so.
Well, it still makes it a little disgusting.
Yeah, so hey, at least I'm not farting in the mic.
Since when has anyone done that?
I don't know. We could be the first.
I don't.
Though
want
I'm
to
sure
fight
we're
in the
not
mic.
going to be.
I guarantee that one. You know what another really good zombie movie was? I liked Shaun of the Dead.
It's more comedy.
Yeah, but still.
You know, so, I mean, it really did. Warm Bodies was like a romantic comedy. I don't even know what the hell that was.
I don't know either. I haven't yet to watch it. I suppose we could watch it eventually.
No.
No? Okay, well, that's fine.
Romantic comedy and zombie film should not even be uttered in the same sentence. So I just broke a taboo right there.
Okay.
Yeah. No. I have no inkling to watch it.
Okay, well, what if let's move on
It's
to
like me wanting to watch a Twilight movie. Speaking of undead crap. Mr. I just watched Breaking Dawn Part 2 because I'm a girl.
Hey, no. That's not how that works.
Anyone who voluntarily watches that movie is either whipped or female.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah. Why would you ever want... Yeah, I think Cinema Sins on YouTube does an awesome job of basically breaking those movies down to the crap they are.
Yes, they are really bad. I will give you that.
And from what I hear, the books are worse.
Don't know, never read them. I don't want to.
Exactly. You know, just because I like, I don't know, Shakespeare doesn't mean I want to read him in his original English.
Yeah, it'd be a little...
That's a joke.
difficult.
Because it's written in English. Medieval English, but hey, still the same.
Anyway, what were we talking about again?
Zombies.
Okay.
Who doesn't like zombies?
It's very true.
Whoever they're eating.
That's... Zombieland was pretty good.
Again, comedy like Shaun of the Dead. And granted, you believe they tried to do a TV show on that?
Try to do a TV show
yes.
off of Zombieland?
And thank God we have our handy-dandy Uber Google going on. How many episodes did that last?
I don't even...
I saw the first episode. It was a freebie to watch, and I was like...
Did it have the same actors in it, or...?
No, heck no. You think Amazon was doing that? Look at that. It's got a 5.7 rating on IMDb.
Jesus.
It looks like it lasted the pilot. That's it. That is it.
Yep. And it didn't have any of the same actors. Nothing.
No.
Wow.
No.
Just for that should be shot.
Well, I mean,
take it out back.
In retrospect,
and
the
shoot
movie had almost an 8 rating on IMDb. But
just take that out back and shoot it.
It was awful. It was god awful, man. I mean, we could watch the trailer, but I don't even want to subvert you to that. No thanks. Oh God.
I'm good.
Yes, apparently it only lasted 1 episode.
Great.
That's how bad it was.
Fantastic.
You know what else is bad? The original pilot for Big Bang Theory. Google
yes.
it.
No.
You've seen
No.
it?
Do not Google that
seen it?
shit, guys.
Have you
That
seen it? Have you
is
watched the original?
horrible.
I thought, hey, yeah, it's probably not going to be as good as the new pilot, but how bad can it be? And I'm curious. I'm like, how did they greenlight a second pilot when the first one was this bad?
Yeah, it was really bad, guys.
It was as bad as any Dane Cook pilot ever.
Hey, give Dane Cook some credit, all right?
He's okay as a stand-up, but as an actor,
No, some of his stuff's okay.
all right. If you take some of his better movies, which isn't saying a lot, it's the cast, the supporting cast that helps out. But when you try to make him the anchor for a show, no, it doesn't do it for me, dude. I'd rather get injected with rabies in my testicles than watch a Dane Cook TV show.
Well, you don't have any testicles, so wouldn't exactly help.
Touche. All right, I would rather have them injected into my vaginal cavity.
There we go.
All right. So, that being said, I think you know my view on Dane Cook.
Obviously.
And when I say he's got okay stand-up, I mean it's slightly better than Helen Keller's stand-up routine. I'd rather listen to that than Dane Cook.
That was pretty graphic there. Yeah. Guys, if you could have seen that was pretty graphic.
Yes, I was. Though if you're in the mood for camp and feel like Misty 3K'ing something, go watch Teeth.
No.
But be really high when you do.
Yes.
Speaking of twisted monster.
Have you seen your wife lately?
Yeah, we got to hire a drummer in here. That's all I'm saying.
That was a good one.
All right. Anyway, back to the topic at hand: zombies. Because who doesn't love zombies?
I don't know.
I think we're milking this one.
I think we are.
Yeah. What haven't we covered zombie-wise?
We pretty much haven't really covered video games. I mean,
well, yeah, Left 4 Dead.
See, to me, Left 4 Dead is nothing but just killing after killing. There's no story behind it. There's no.
Yeah, there is. You're trying to survive the apocalypse.
Yeah, but
how do you get? What more story do you need?
See,
tell me any zombie movie that has a more in-depth plot than we're trying to survive the fucking zombie apocalypse.
Resident Evil.
You're trying to survive the zombie apocalypse. And
trying to prevent the rest of the
depends
zombie
which
apocalypse.
Resident Evil you're playing.
I mean, yes, it does. It does depend on which one you're playing, I guess.
So blah blah.
Fine.
Blah blah blah.
Blah 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 yourself,
yeah,
okay?
Exactly. But my point is, what have you never really done the online stuff when you can play as the zombies?
I've played the mutations.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude, it's got depth. What other video games let you play as the zombies?
Some of the stuff's interesting. Like I definitely like.
But for your
I don't know the one
for
that
the older crowd that isn't listening to us, Oregon Trail.
Oh yeah, boy, is that a funky game.
Men with Many Hats make this game, and basically Oregon Trail, but now it's a zombie apocalypse, and you have to travel across the country.
It's
and you still can't get dysentery.
Yes, you can, and you still can die from dysentery. It's quite bad.
And also die from zombie bites. You know, because zombie bites are usually, if not fatal, very bad.
Or you can get randomly shot in the leg.
Or break your leg, or I don't know. The game is weird, and it's fun, and I highly recommend it. It's like $6-7.
Something like that.
Oregon
it's
Trail.
Oregon spelled just like Oregon, Organ, Trail.
Yep. It's very, very cool. I like it.
It is
we
interesting.
wasted a lot of time on it.
We did. Not quite as much as Game Developer Tycoon, but
that's another topic for another.
That is.
Yeah, I like it. I cannot specify that enough.
Yeah, it's interesting to say the least.
Well, you know what? Since we're on this, let's look up other bad zombie movies. Zombie. Classic. Yes, Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. That was
Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Zombie.
I've never heard of it.
Anything Scooby-Doo is bad.
Okay, right there at the bottom it says Zombie Holocaust.
1980, so you know it's a winner.
Yup.
You know it's a winner.
What is Apocalypse Z?
It's probably some crap.
You know what? Speaking of zombie, Rob Zombie. Their music.
Well, you know how whenever a major hit comes out, we'll get back to Rob Zombie, like World War Z, because we're looking at Apocalypse Z. It is 2013, so that means they just came out. It's a 2.2 rating.
Pretty bad shit.
You know they just made it to cash in on the World War Z.
It's kind of like that. Like, dude, I was on Netflix the other day. I saw like the new Hansel and Gretel that came out, right?
Oh yeah, that was okay.
It was okay, but there are 4 mockbuster films. One is like the child Hansel and Gretel doing the same thing that they're doing. Then they have one about pot. Don't know how, but there's a pot grower Hansel and Gretel.
I would rather almost watch the porn version of Hansel and Gretel.
Right?
Yeah, because at least
there's a lot of incest in that one.
I wouldn't know about that. They've probably made one. I'd Google it, but I don't really want to have my brain fry in my freaking head.
Oh.
I'm thinking. I mean, come on. They made a porn about Nailing Palin back in 2008 when.
Very true.
Yeah, so I mean, they'll make porn versions.
But you know what? Sarah Palin's kind of hot. She's got like that.
She's got that MILF action going.
She does have that MILF action going for her. I mean,
not
she
too
is.
Bright.
No.
She's dumber than a stump. But hey,
but you know what?
If you like your women that way.
But you know what? She can kill moose with her bare hands.
Was it her bare hands?
I believe so.
I thought she would bore him to death with her political...
I don't know.
Whatever. That's beside the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, back on his... I'm looking... Oh, my... Yeah. Google Apocalypse Z and just shake your head in total dismay and your disgust with humanity.
I don't have much faith for humanity, so Apocalypse Z just kind of like nail in the head.
Oh, I can watch now at Amazon Instant Video, and I wonder if they would actually charge me for it.
Probably.
Yeah. I think you would actually have to pay me to watch that.
I don't even recognize any of those actors.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't.
Tara Cardinal.
Who?
She's the daughter of a psychic and a musician, guys. Right there is
is great stuff. But yeah, looking at this, well, if you want to call her an actress, filmography, oh my God, just wow.
Scarlet Samurai.
Nice. Legend of Red Reaper. I've never heard of any of this.
The Many Doors of Albert Whale. Alright, that's enough. We can get off of this, because...
She's in Casino Royale.
Woman in Casino, uncredited.
Yes. So I guess if you blinked, you missed her?
That would be my guess. But you know what? She probably wanted to be an actress. So she's making something of her dream.
But at least she has not degenerated into porn yet, or softcore porn.
Exactly.
She's not doing nightly specials on Skinamax.
That's very true. And I mean, she's doing something she loves, and we can't really bash her for that.
Yeah, we can.
That's besides the point.
Anyway, back on, well, whatever topic we thought we were talking about. I have no idea.
I'm
just
as lost as you guys.
Yeah, so am I. But anyway. Yeah, we're going to have a tendency to just go off topic and all kinds of crazy-ass stuff.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's pretty much how our brains work.
Well,
especially his brain
just kind of goes off wherever.
No. See, my brain is always on topic. His brain is just shooting off into, like, third space.
When you have so much going through my head like I do.
Yeah. So much. He means the giant cock is being rammed down his throat.
That would be my esophagus and not my head. Anyway, I'm going to get off of this because demo reel, wow, really.
Don't even.
Award-winning actress.
She got an award from the third grade. So
now
she's an
I'm
award-winning
curious.
actress.
I gotta go back. Okay, where's the awards section of her IMDb? I'm intrigued.
Hey, just let it go, man. Just let it go.
I can't help it. I can't.
He is bound determined to tear this woman's life apart to find that award.
It said award-winning actress. What awards? I'm not really seeing awards. I'm not seeing anything but crap movies. Still not seeing it.
All right. Let's get off this topic.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. Let's get back on to what was our topic again? Zombies. Yes. Well, season 4 of Walking Dead will be on in a couple months.
That's very true.
I guess they're still at the prison with the folks left over from the town.
I don't know.
But the governor's still on the loose. Have you caught up season 3 yet?
I have.
Okay, then.
It's amazing that the governor used to think he was the doctor.
Yes. And that the new doctor used to think he was the head of some Roman family in Pompeii. I know. What's that old adage? If you're the doctor long enough, you'll eventually meet yourself.
Eventually run into yourself. Before you were the doctor.
Really, do you have to bet? Okay, anyway.
What can I say?
Nothing. That would do us all a favor.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Jackass.
Only my spare time.
You got a lot of spare time then.
Yes, I know I do. And you... Never mind.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. But back to the topic at hand. You know, I think Walking Dead's great. I don't know anybody that doesn't like it, and if they don't, they're a communist.
Some strong words, man.
Yeah. That's okay, communist. That'll be edited out of their news broadcasts.
Yeah, that's very true.
Okay, like anybody actually listen to this? Shit.
Right.
I'll be amazed if this gets 3 hits, and that's from my mom, my dad, and my dead uncle.
Oh, okay. I might be able to add a few hits to that.
Oh,
I got a couple friends.
That's nice.
You know, couple. As in, like, 2.
Nice. But, yes, I'm looking forward to Season 4, because it's totally diverging from the damn comic book. I mean, the governor was killed in the altercation in the comic book. Shot by one of his own people. Now he's roaming the countryside with one eye and looking all weird.
What can I say? That's
Lunatic.
Television for you.
Yeah, but the guy that made the comic is on board with this. He writes some of the episodes. I mean, how can you not?
They made up for it by putting out the Walking Dead game.
What, the social game on Facebook?
No, not the social game. The one that we played on Xbox.
Oh, the one on Xbox and PS4.
And PS and
PS3.
PC and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That's interesting. It's actually kind of interesting. It's based on chapters. It's you play a criminal, actually. In the beginning of the game, you play a criminal who meets a child, and you have to basically keep the child safe. It is quite interesting. You do actually meet a few of the characters from the show. Herschel.
This is old news, of course, because the game's been on a while.
Yeah, but it's still interesting to play through. There's choices you have to make, things like that. It's more like an RPG, but without a lot of actual movement. It's just decisions-based RPG.
Still not as good as Oregon Trail.
No.
Or is that more of a nostalgia factor?
I mean, that's more of a nostalgia factor. I mean, the simple fact is, I can survive better on my own, so I'm just going to kill all 4 of my party members.
But you never made it to the end of the game, though, have you?
Yes, I have. I did a while back.
It's a lot easier at the end if you got at least a couple dudes with you.
Yeah, it is.
Because they shoot zombies, too.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to shoot all the zombies by yourself because there's like swarms and swarms.
Yeah.
Especially the fat ones you gotta shoot twice.
I know.
And why is it the little legless torsos move faster than the other zombies?
I've always wondered that because
were they all like former bodybuilders and they were just buff?
See, it's in every zombie game. Well, except for Resident Evil. I've never seen a legless zombie in Resident Evil. But in Call of Duty, if you make crawlers, a lot of the times the crawlers are faster than the walkers. They're not as fast as the runners. I don't know. It's like I'm just gonna throw my body.
Out there that can explain like the logic behind that?
I'm sure there are. I mean, Walking Dead zombies, they don't move faster when they're legless.
Exactly.
I mean, would you move faster if you had no legs?
If I had a wheelchair, sure. But I can't see handicapped fucking zombies rolling.
I can. Shaun of the Dead. There was a handicapped zombie. She was like, slowly pushing her wheelchair along.
But again, I'm talking about being faster.
Yeah.
Right.
Rule number 1, cardio.
Touche.
That was a Zombieland quote for anybody who hasn't seen it.
And if you haven't seen it, then
you're a communist.
How do you even listen to this? Well, no, not if they haven't seen it, they don't like it. So I gotta roll that.
Yeah.
It's better than Zombieland, the TV show.
Oh.
Series. I'm sorry, the series, because it wasn't. Amazon was actually trying.
We've already talked about that.
Ugh.
Whew,
but I've seen it. You haven't.
I'm sure eventually. You know what? We can't talk about bad movies that I've seen and that you've seen because you won't even sit down and watch some.
I refuse to see Battleship. I'm sorry. I mean, what's next? Monopoly.
Speaking of bad movies, we sat down and watched a horrible movie the other day. G.I. Joe Retaliation.
Oh my God.
That was
And I thought the first one was corny.
Tragic downfall right there.
It still wasn't as bad as Avatar.
The Last Airbender or
either.
Hey, I liked the Avatar.
Yeah, it was done better when it was Dances with Wolves or Ferngully. Take your pick. I'll take Robin Williams any day of the week.
Good point. Very good point. But
over a chain-smoking Sigourney Weaver.
Good point.
I know it's a good point. That's why I made it.
Not all your points are good,
Yeah, maybe we should wrap this up. We're about the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, maybe we should.
And I really can't stand listening to you anymore, let alone looking at you.
Whatever.
I would rather... Never mind. I'm not even going to say that.
I got a couple sporks you can borrow if you'd like. You could spork your eyes out. If not, shut the hell up and end the show.
Okay, and as Helen Keller would say in her immortal words, and that concludes our first episode of hopefully many episodes, but for you two people that are listening, maybe no more episodes of Ravings of a Lunatic.
See you later, guys.
Word to your mother.